Wonderful. Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Yeah, welcome to the campus of the Trojans. I wish we had a better football game last night, right? But hey, the Trojan athletic tradition is very well known around the world. By the way, you are on the campus of a university that has graduated more Olympic medal winners than any other university in the world. Okay? So I just want you to know it isn't just the football that we follow here. We have a lot of Olympic athletes, and actually many of them grew up right here around this neighborhood, and we're very, very proud of them. So thank you, Ricky, and good morning, everyone. I'm delighted to have this opportunity to speak to you at this year's conference. And for some of you, this may be your first time on the USC campus or on a campus of a major research university. But I truly hope it will be the first of many times for all of you. So this morning, I have chosen a topic to talk to you, and I want to talk to you about a quality of character that made this day possible, a quality that will fill your future with accomplishments you once thought they were impossible, a quality that will determine your success. And this quality of character is perseverance. Perseverance has defined and redefined America ever since our very humble beginnings as a nation. From General George Washington's march against tyranny to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s march against intolerance. Perseverance has been called many things. It is a power that grows irresistible in time, a bridge between aspiration and achievement, and the secret of all triumphs. Perseverance also plays a vital role in your education. It can make the difference between fulfilling your promise or wasting your potential. This was a lesson first learned 8 years ago by a young man named Tristan Weiser. And I want to tell you the story of Tristan. Tristan grew up right here in our neighborhood. Although his family faced difficult challenges, his mind was full of hope and wonder. His mother and older sister taught him that education could unlock a world of possibilities. And early on, he dreamed of attending USC. So did his older sister and, of course, his friends. Back then, Tristan was attending Fauché Learning Center, one of the USC's family of schools, not too far away from here. But one semester, Tristan checked out. He suddenly lost his motivation for learning. At first, he couldn't quite figure it out why. He then received a few D's, a few F's on his report card. For someone who had long wished to attend USC, he knew a great college education was at stake if he couldn't turn things around. And he would miss out on all of the experiences and opportunities that the life at a college could bring him. Tristan looked deep into himself and realized that his struggles stem from immature defiance of some teachers that he didn't like. Because he didn't like the teachers, he wasn't inclining to study those subjects. He wisely decided to overcome these feelings, persevere with his studies, and never get even a grade of C again. Not only did he graduate with strong grades and test scores, he also earned a full scholarship at USC, and that is where he enrolled. But Tristan's story didn't end there, and unfortunately, it did the C grades. He will be the first to tell you that when he is confronted with new challenges, it takes him a while to adapt. And this includes taking on a new educational environment, such as the environment of this university campus. When Tristan entered our university, he was beaming with confidence. But as he would admit today, he was really too ambitious. He wasn't ready for the courses he chose during his freshman year, and he ended his first year with a C average. He suffered a crisis in confidence going into his second year. But if there is one lesson perseverance had taught Tristan, the only thing worse than a failing grade is failing to pick yourself up and continue to fight on. With the help of his family and friends, and of course his advisors, that's exactly what he did. Through sheer force of will, Tristan quietly reapplied himself until he once again turned things around. Today, he is a successful junior student and even setting the curve in one of his classes. And just as importantly, he was an advisor this past summer to incoming students, inspiring them to make a successful transition to university life. So I want you to remember, as you leave the campus of this university today, that with perseverance, anything is possible. And this includes attending any top university around the country. To reach your goals may take time, and it may take patience. But as Abraham Lincoln once noted, I am a slow walker, but I never walk back. By its nature, perseverance thrusts you forward. It can also take you to places you have never imagined. And this is something I understand as much as anyone. I was the first in my family to go to college. Actually, both of my parents did not even graduate high school. My father was a carpenter. But my mother's dream was one day to see me a high school teacher. So even since I was growing up as a kid, my mother would keep murmuring in my ears that I had to do well at school and become a high school teacher. So my parents had passion for the uplifting power of education, and they instilled in me a relentless drive to succeed. And frankly, it wasn't even in my wildest dreams. Even 25 years ago, when I came to this university as a professor in the engineering school, that one day I will be the president of this great university. So I would like to conclude with one more story about perseverance. It's a story of a young boy and his neighborhood friends. Every Saturday morning, they had a weekly ritual. They would run a little over half a mile from the edge of their community to nearby railroad tracks. Early in every race, the boy often found himself at the back of the group, trying to catch up with his friends. But as the race went on, the distance between him and his friends grew smaller. While they had started out fast, he kept a steady pace and never got discouraged. Eventually, his friends tired, and as a result, he almost always managed to reach the finish first at the railroad tracks. This boy is now a man in his 70s. 2 years ago, he reflected on the enduring lesson he learned from these races as a young boy. This gave me some early hints about the role of perseverance, he explained. In fact, even in recent years, I keep maintaining the feeling that if I continue working sufficiently long on a scientific problem, I will probably find the solutions to the most challenging question. This man today is Professor Arya Warshall. He has been a professor here at USC for almost 40 years. And 2 years ago, he won the Nobel Prize in Chemistry. He won this prestigious award for his work using computers to model chemical reactions. His research has since revolutionized the fields of biochemistry, microbiology, and medicine. And all this thanks to perseverance. So I hope you too will always chase your dreams, always work to be your best, and always bring out the best in others, in your friends and your classmates. At every moment of every day, you have an opportunity to better yourself and of course the world around you. And someday soon, I hope you have an opportunity to come to our campus and become Trojans. Thank you, and bye on. I'll take questions.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Any questions?
Yes.
Want you to stand up?
Yes, sir.
Please stand up. What school, what age? Oh.
Yeah.
My name is Marcus. I go to Corporate Art Academy in Vista, California.
All right.
How did you become the president of USC?
How did I? Oh my goodness, that's a long journey. It's you know, from a university professor, I guess the turning point in my career is when our School of Engineering was looking for a new dean. And that's when I became a candidate, and the president of the university at that time picked me to become the dean of engineering. And that was the turning point for me, because once you become a dean of engineering, that sets you up for an academic leadership career if you choose to follow that path. Yeah. Oh, you're very welcome.
Next question.
So that was 15 years ago.
Next
When I
question.
became dean. Yes.
Stand up, introduce yourself.
My name is Randy, and I'm from Canada. I'm 18 years old.
Nice to meet you.
As a high school student, what do I have to do to prepare for college?
What you have to do to prepare for college. My only advice I have for you is that you really have to study hard. Okay? You take your studies seriously, and then you need to probably prepare yourself. You have to take the SAT tests, for example. And once you prepare for that and you do well at school, you have nothing to worry about. Okay? There is also a different route. If for whatever reason you end up going, let's say, to a college, where you can study there for 2 years. Universities like USC, we enroll more than 800 students every year who are graduates of community colleges. So they could come here and then they spend 2 more years and get their university degree. Okay, so either you can go directly to a 4-year college, or you go to a community college and then you transfer to a 4-year college. All right? Yes? But study, you cannot cut corners. All right? You really have to be very thorough doing your homework. All right? There's no free lunch. You have to earn it.
My name is Lance Turner from Bachelor 17. Nice to meet you. I would like to ask you, how do you keep your mind going when you run into the obstacle or the problem? Because we all run into problems.
We all run into problems. If you think I don't run into problems, all of us do. Okay? All of us do. A few pieces of advice.
Yeah.
One, you don't panic, no matter how much the pressure is building up. You have to find a way to really not to panic and not to overreact. The second thing, you should never be afraid to seek advice. Okay? And if your parents or grandparents cannot give you the advice, probably someone at school can give you, one of your teachers, or one of your advisors, or one of your mentors. Never be afraid to